Hey everyone, hope you're having a good week so far, and I hope things are going well with you. And um, hope you're enjoying watching these videos. I thank everybody who has been watching the videos. It's meant a lot to me, even though it's not a whole lot right now, but it's just the fact that somebody took the time to watch a video. I'm grateful, and I hope it has been inspiring to you. And if they are an inspiration to you and you want to share it to somebody else, feel free to do so. If you want more inspirational type content, hit that subscribe button, that notify bell, so you can receive updates. Um, that being said, today, kind of tying in with the Bible study type theme, um, I've been praying about what should I talk about next on Wednesdays to be like an inspiration. Um, and the first thing I thought of was the verse in James 1:19 where it says, "Brothers and sisters, be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to understanding," so that you can understand what people are going through, hear them out so you don't become angry, because a lot of times we do the opposite. We hear what people say, but we don't listen, and so we get angry, or we get angry because we disagree with somebody and we want to let them have it. And there are times where you need to stand up for yourself and stand up for what you believe in. But there's more graceful ways to do it than blatantly saying over somebody's head that they're dumb or they're stupid. Not everyone is that. You just have to understand and hear them out. You have to listen to them, and sometimes people will come to you not really wanting advice. They just want somebody to hear them out and hear what they got to say, because a lot of times they have very many people or a lot of people telling them how much they've messed up. So they just really need somebody to hear them out, not to give them advice, but just to listen to what's going on in their life. And for them, that's enough, because you took the time to care. You took the time to listen to what they had to say. You might not agree with what they had to say. You might have a different point of view, but at the very least, you can hear what they have to say instead of just shutting them out. But far too often, we have this mentality, especially in the social media era or social media society that we live in. We want to explain how we feel. We want others to know how we feel about certain subjects, how certain uh, political things, how look how prideful we are of our views and our values, without taking the time to maybe, especially us as Christians, to look at and see, is this affecting my witness? Is this how Jesus would approach this um, problem or this idea? And how would Jesus actually deal with it? I think that's the bigger question, because there's so many times that I wanted to comment on something that I thought, you know, how would Jesus handle this? How would Jesus respond? And a lot of times when he was confronted, he didn't say anything at all. He didn't have to. But other times, he did. There are times when people were being oppressed or making things impossible for them to follow God, to be loved by God, to know that their sins could be forgiven. That's, I mean, you can stand up for something. You can stand up for what you believe in. But is standing up for what you believe in affecting your message? Is it affecting your witness? Is it keeping you from looking like Christ? That's what you have to ask yourself whenever you're responding, because a lot of people see anger, anger, anger. They don't see Jesus, because they get your point. They understand your point. But how far is standing up for your point too far? It does too much damage. And I think that's what we have to ask ourselves is what we do or what we say actually advancing the gospel or hurting our witness. And I have to think about that whenever I work, wherever I go, wherever the places I go. Am I being that example? And sometimes I'm not. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the most perfect person in the world. I'm not. There's some things that I struggle with that I need to work on, just like everybody else. And maybe for you, that is the anger issue. That is the I gotta say what I feel. And maybe that's the thing that's keeping you from looking like Jesus and being Jesus to other people. And it's a lot to think about. And it's easier said than done because there's times where I've wanted to fly out the handle, but I said to myself, is it worth it? Is this a hill worth dying on? And I think that's what we have to ask ourselves. So if you enjoy this content, remember to hit that like button, subscribe button, and share it with somebody else. Be an inspiration to somebody else. Be a light to somebody else. And have a good rest of your week. I'll see you guys on Sundays.